Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Ro, and well, tomorrow is December the 3rd, and we've got a pretty big important day coming because that means it is the 10-year anniversary of Five Sauce. And that is a very important date for me because they are my favorite band. And I don't know, I've been celebrating them all week. I've been watching the videos and just them recalling the last 10 years, and everything that happened and everything they remember. And I haven't I didn't join the fandom like back in the beginning in 2011 when everything started, but they have been a part of my life for 6 years, and they pretty much changed my life like a lot. Like, this is music that shaped me, and they are very important people in my life, even though I've never seen them face to face. So I decided to tell my story with Five Sauce. It is going to be interesting, I guess, because I don't know. I just wanted to recall, how I met them and what they mean to me, and that's very important to me. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so my idea to do this is to put a little of music in the background so we can listen to them, while I talk. Because I feel like that's gonna bring a lot of feelings. And the first song that I'm going to put on is English Love Affair because quite coincidentally it started on a weekend in May. So I'm just gonna play the song and start telling the story so we can get on with this. So I hope you can listen to the music. It's really low. But okay, so yeah, it started on a weekend in May. It was actually, if I don't remember it incorrectly, it was the 18th of May. And I remember because it was right after my birthday, like it was a week after my birthday. And to give you a little of insight, this is the year that I got into college. And it was being like quite hard for me because I was having a hard time adapting to it, especially because I was having a lot of anxiety back then, and I didn't know how to cope with it. I've learned with time, and they helped me a lot. We're gonna talk about that later, of course. So I was having a really hard time, and I remember that I had the worst birthday ever. Not because I had to go, to the university. Like, I remember that my birthday was quite crappy because back then I didn't really have friends, and I felt really, really lonely, and I felt like really bummed out. And I wasn't stressed out, because I've always been good at school, but I was just having a hard time coping because I had to get on a train every morning and go to school, and I was really having a hard time adapting to the classes, and to the fact that I don't know, I cannot raise my hand because my heart starts palpitating, and which is something that had never happened to me before, A whole of bullshit was happening to me, and I was, because emotionally I was having a hard time. I was just thinking about dropping out, because that felt like, yeah, especially because when I went into college, I mean, a whole bunch of people told me, don't expect that college is gonna be as easy as high school. You're not gonna get all tens, because I don't know. It was really rough, because it was like they were treating my intelligence like it didn't exist, like it was only high school intelligence, which is not. I'm actually pretty smart, so fuck them. Now I know better. But back then I didn't because I was a kid, like I was 17 when I got into university, so I was like really transitioning from those years in which like I started to have, my first sort of independence, because yeah, I was 17. I was about to turn 18 in college, and I didn't know shit. I didn't know shit, and those years in which you're just transitioning from like high school years and just, I don't know, teenagehood into some sort of adulthood, which I'm 24 years old and I still haven't left a part of my teenagehood there. Oh my god, not in the same way. So the thing is, that's the background of it. I don't know. Yeah, it took me a whole song to tell you about that. Yeah. So, anyways, it started on a weekend in May. I was feeling crappy after a week after my birthday. I had a couple of exams. I did kind of well in them, but I didn't really because I was feeling awful and I didn't really like the classes. I felt really alone in school. So, like I tell you, I was thinking of dropping out. That was the thing. So, while I was going on the train every single morning, there's a thing that's always present in my life, and it's the fact that I always have to have earphones on, and I have to listen into music. Like I listen to music the whole day if it's possible. So every morning when I hopped on the train, was something that just helped me keep myself like in here was listening to music. So throughout those whole months, there was a song that always played, and it was "Good Girls" by Five Souls. This is 2015, so yeah, girls always play there, and I knew the lyric by heart, and it had this feeling, that just made me feel like, oh my god, yes, I I don't know. I felt something with that song that made me feel like really understood. Not because of the lyrics particularly, but I think that it was far more the sound, and what the voices generated in me. It just made me feel like some sort of like, well, maybe this is the moment in which I belong to. So I felt calm listening to them. So I was the weekend past my birthday. I was there like, okay, so I kind of need more of this because if this is a band, they probably have a lot of music similar to this one. So I wanted to get into that, and I went on, and I was searching on my computer, music that could be similar to it, and I found out I that I also had the song "Don't Stop" on my laptop, and I was like really shocked because I didn't remember ever downloading it. So I was like, so I've had this music for how long in here. So I go on YouTube, and I search for them, and that's the moment in which I changed my life. Cause yeah, that weekend freaking changed my life. So I started listening to their music. I remember I found "The Only Reason." That song screwed me over. How can you get screwed over by that? Then I found Social Casualty, and Rejects, and then I felt like, yeah, this is my kind of music. This is exactly how I'm feeling. And I feel like these songs have a lot of emo inspiration, and then I found My Chemical Romance and music like that. It's music like that that makes you feel like if you feel like a reject, like this is a place that just simply embraces you. But oh, Theed, Live from the Vault. I fucking love this song. Live from the Vault is just like a masterpiece. But so I grew up with that kind of music. But listening to it from the with the voice, felt different. So I was like, yeah, this is the kind of music I needed. So I started doing my research, Then I got into Amnesia. I fell in love with Luke because yeah, I'm in Luke's lane. I'm sorry. I love them all, like with my whole heart. But Luke has something from the very beginning that I was just like so caught up by him, not because he was pretty particularly. There was just something about him, and there's just still something about him that till this day makes me feel so calm. It's so funny because ever since I met them, calm is everything that I felt. So it's so funny that it's the initials of their names, and then they have an album named like that now. Fucking up. I found Omniscient, and that felt really really good, and I don't know, went a couple of months. I just did my research. I started, I don't know, downloading pictures and the things that you do when you get into a fandom, and just being real happy to having found them. So it felt nice, because just listening to the music felt like a kind of peace. So every time I felt like a little anxious about something, I would just put on my music and listen to them, on repeat whatever song I had by the time. Like I had every single song that it was out from them by the time. So I don't know, everything. I remember by this time that I had listened to the Out of My Limit version, the lip version in the at the DerpCon, you know. And I remember that that was the video that made me fall in love with this band like so fucking hard. Cause I still recall the feeling like that I got right there, you know, like this incredible amount of peace. And I don't know, I've always loved, you know, their their way of going about. They were always so happy and just with an incredible energy. And I felt like that's exactly what I need in my life. The song coming up next is Amnesia, so hold on for me crying. So yeah, Amnesia was the first song that I always put on my shuffle every time I was like about to have a panic attack, or that I was to, I don't know, that I really had high anxiety, you know, because it just made me feel really grounded, because the tune of the melody helped me a lot, like it helped me like calm down and just think, you know. And yeah, it's incredible. This song is not sad for me. I know that the lyrics are sad, but I don't know, it's just tied to a really deep feeling of comfort, so it's not a really sad song to me. So that's the thing. This is a year in which Sounds Good, Feels Good was released. It was released in October, you know? And oof, let me tell you, I remember I remember very clearly since I have seen a couple of clips of them playing Permanent Vacation Leave, you know? And it was the best thing ever. And I remember loving it, you know, and I was like, oh my god, I cannot wait to listen to that song, you know. And then they started dropping songs, you know. And I think that the first one that came out, I don't remember if it was Fly Away or if it was She's Kinda Hot. I don't remember which one came first. I don't really. But I just remember just like being so hooked by these songs, you know? I remember when She's Kinda Hot came out. I remember when they did all the promo, you know, that they got this guy just making the graffiti of the She's Kinda Hot song, you know, just so they could appear like, I don't know, a minute after that, you know, in a video telling us that they were just dropping a new video and a song. And I was like, and we were like there hours watching how this guy was painting a graffiti, and they are just jerks. And I love them for it, because you know I was so hooked with the band that I remember just, I don't know, anything that had to do with them, you know, I will come back from university and I will spend like, I will do my homework and then I will just go straight to do anything related to them, because they were like just such a beautiful escape, you know, and they felt really really grounding. Anyways, She's Kinda Hot dropped. You know, I remember that the fandom was very pissed off at them, you know, because of the She's Kinda Hot title, because they were like, oh, they coming from she looks so perfect, and now they're calling her like She's Kinda Hot, like that is very misogynistic, you know. And then the song dropped out, you know, and it was like a fucking anthem, and everybody was like, everybody shut their mouths, you know, because it was not a misogynistic song, because it was not a love song, and it said something really really important. And I remember that I fell in love even more with them with that song, you know, because it felt so comforting, you know. And till this day, you know, oh, Permanent Vacation is going on. Okay, I'm too complicated. Hang up and miseducated. I say 9 to 5 is overrated. Okay, so I remember till this day, you know, like how I feel when there's a moment in the song in which you can listen to Michael saying, it's gonna be okay, you know. And I don't know, it's something so simple, but when they say, you know, it feels so nice. Another thing that I forgot to mention is that these guys are different to every single artist I've ever listened, you know, besides them. they don't feel like someone I idolize. They feel like they are my friends, which makes it, you know, makes the love that I have for them even bigger, you know, because every single one of the other musicians I follow, it feels like they are so separate, you know? I mean, like, they are great to their fans. That's not what I mean. But with them, it just feels like they give you a space in which, like, they connect with you, like, they joke with you, like, they are amazing. And I've always loved that, you know? This was also a year that they announced the new Broken Scene, you know? And of course, it came from the She's Kinda Hot lyric, you know, we are the kings and the queens of the new Broken Scene. And I remember just, I don't know, listening to that lyric and feeling, yeah, like, this is it. This is the place I belong to. And I cannot thank them enough for that, you know. The new Broken Scene was beautiful, and that meant a lot to me. So yeah, this year I was like so keen on dropping out, you know. I was like hanging on by a thread in school. I was not doing that good, you know. And I remember that I wanted to drop out, and then they were the reason why I didn't, you know, because they gave me this whole feeling of hope, and I was like, yep, um, I can do this. I can do this. So now it's playing Disconnected. Okay, of course you wanna make me cry. Uh, it feels so strange, you know, just hearing how much their voices change. It's just crazy. So yeah. Okay, so I was hanging out. Where did I leave my story? The album came out in October, and we had a whole bunch of songs. I remember the day Jet Black Heart came out. Um, in my country, it's always super late when they drop anything now, you know, because if they say like they are dropping it at like at 12 in the USA, in here it's like 3 a.m., you know. You know, I remember the first time I listened to it, you know, and the lyrics just broke me, and that's just a beautiful song that till this day it means a lot to the fandom. I think that it is still the most beautiful thing, you know, just the fact that they saw how the fandom reacted to that song, and that they decided to make a music video with the fans telling their stories. That's just beautiful. I think that that's one of the most heartwarming videos Pop Sauce ever made. You know, I don't remember if it came out. Yeah, Hey Everybody, the video for Hey Everybody came first, you know. And I've always loved the lyrics from Hey Everybody because I'm fucking broke, so of course I'm going to like it. And I live in a third world country, so of course I'm going to like it even better. And you know, that felt like such a soothing lyric, you know, because like when you have money problems, like those are a lot of things that come into your mind, you know. And the fact that they just had a song, you know, talking about that. Lonely Heart fucking breaks me, you know. It's playing now, and I don't know, I remember the first time I heard this song, and you know, there's this moment in which you feel initially that the song is really sort of a ballad, you know, and then it breaks down and it turns into these drums come in the background, you know, and the bass line, and it just goes like this. That is beautiful, and I feel like that, and the first thing that popped into my head when I listened to the song the first time was, fucking god, that is gonna sound amazing live. So I hope they put this song on the track list for the live concerts, because that's gonna sound incredible. So anyways, going back, Hey Everybody, the lyrics from Hey Everybody have always meant the world to me, you know? Yeah, I've always felt like they understood what I was going through. So Five Sauce has been like really big because of the lyrics, because of everything, you know, and because of the fact that they are only a year older than me, except for Ashton, that he's 2 years older, you know, but they are like in my age range. So they really understand what I'm going through, because they're kind of going through the same, just in a different fashion, you know. By the end of 2015, I was completely obsessed with Five Stars, and I knew that they came to stay, you know. And I've always had this philosophy of, you know, I do not, I'm not this kind of person that will be like, I'm gonna listen to every song you throw my way just because I wanna know the songs. It's just, that bores me a little, and I feel like I have a different connection to music, and it's just like, I'm gonna listen to music when I feel like it's right to listen to that music, you know. When I feel like it's the time in my life to listen to that music, like when I get really curious, which is what happened to me with Five Stars, you know. I had been listening to Good Girls for a couple of months, and then there came a moment in which I felt like I needed to check more of them, you know. And I feel like music comes to your life at the right time, you know. And I've always had that philosophy, and I maintain it to this day, you know, because till this day, the music that I listen to just fits right with what I'm going through, you know. It feels like, yeah, it accompanies me really well. I mean, like My Chemical Romance in the time they did, and then I found Black Veil Rise, which is another one of my favorite bands, you know. And then it happened to me with Panic at the Disco. They came along at a moment in which I felt like, yeah, I needed this music. Hey everybody, we don't have to live this way. We can all get some. Yeah, we can all get paid. I love the music video of this song as well. I remember having so much fun, you know, like, and seeing them record the music video, like the behind the scenes of it. This band came at the right moment, you know. So by the end of the year, I was like completely obsessed with them. I posted about them on Tumblr. Who am I supposed to tell you first? I'm gonna tell you about Ivana first. I call her Ivy. Okay, so around July, I was just going through Facebook, and I don't know, I saw a post about Five Stars, you know, and this was a time in which we blamed Luke for everything. I mean, like, what a time. We've literally blamed Luke for every single little shit that happened, you know, which is crazy. I'm really glad that we moved on from that, because my baby didn't deserve it. I remember that I made a comment, and this girl just answered my comment, you know, and we just started talking, and then I was like, okay, so I'm gonna send her a friendship request. And then we started talking from then on, and she's still one of my best friends till this day. Actually, last night I was just checking all videos of them, you know, and I was crying my heart out, and I was sending her things, you know, and we were talking about, you know, songs like I've Got This Friend and Superhero, and over, you know, and how much we've always been asking for them to, I don't know, release a studio version of those songs because they are so amazing, and I don't care if they don't think they are good. I want them. Fucking god, I love this song. Just saying. You do believe him, cause it really makes me sick. Just saying. Okay, so, and we're talking about that, you know, and we were just thinking, like, what would happen if they ever decided, you know, to throw these songs out. And I was like, yeah, I don't think we're surviving. I don't think we're going to survive 2011, you know, when it comes out tomorrow. Like, imagine if they ever dropped out over and over. I think I will die. I don't think I'm capable of surviving that. Ivy, for me, is one of my best friends, and I met them, and I met her because of them. So crazy, you know, for making fun of Lukey. I love you, Luke, like with my everything. But back then it was fun to make fun of you. I don't know why. Back to the last part of the year of 2015, you know, pretty much starting on 2016, I guess. So this is the time, you know, that I posted something about Five Stars on Tumblr, and I saw this URL, and it said something about Messi. I'm a really big football fan. The next song is Young Blood. You're URL also had 5 sauce in it, and I was like, she likes 5 sauce and she likes Messi, like I gotta be friends with this person. So then I go into her profile, and it says that she's from here, from Buenos Aires, and I was like, okay, I really have to talk to her. So I follow her, she follows me back, and then, out of things, I started talking to her, and this was a time back then when Tumblr didn't have messages, you kind of send like little letters to people. We started having a friendship, and then we were like, hey, is it okay if I ask for your number so we can speak in a different way, because this is kind of annoying, because it was like really hard, and we never found out when the other answered the message or if we were missing something, so nothing, we started talking and we were really fans, and we became really, really good friends. Her name is Valentina. She has 5 sauce has a song and her name is in it, Valentine, and every time I listen to Valentine, I remember my best friend, because Valentina is just like my soulmate. Like literally, we grew so close to each other. We became real fans of a show together, Supernatural. Actually, she's my dean. I'm her Sammy. Yeah, she's my best friend. Love her with my everything, and I can never thank 5 sauce enough from making me, meet her. Then I met her, and it was just like, yep, match made in heaven. She's my best friend, and I'm never letting her go. She's everything. So my 2 best friends till this day, I met them because of them, and that's crazy, And I think that, I don't know, their music has been so important throughout my life, every single little thing shaped me, um, and I don't know, I don't think I could have done, and I don't think that I would have become the person that I am today without them, because they were such an important part of my growing up, because they were literally growing up with me as well, and they went through a whole bunch of bullshit that I went through as well. They went through them a little bit, earlier than me, so there were a couple of things that I couldn't understand, The next song is Unpredictable. That's my god. Yesterday night I was listening to that song again, and I was just tearing up, because of the feeling the song provokes in me. It just fills me up with so much hope, but I cannot even explain it, like, when something makes you feel like something big inside that you cannot put in words. And I'm a writer, I should be able to put it in words, but I don't know, with them I just cannot. Fucking god, this song. So anyways, they have been just incredible. Their music shaped me really, really hard. Like I said, I don't think I would have been the same person, and I wouldn't have met my 2 best friends without them, Not only that, but the fact that they have always felt like they were my friends, And that, I feel like that was even better, because in a time that I felt so alone, I felt that I had them at least, And then I made friends because of them. I'm not gonna cry. I don't wanna cry, but I think that I might. I cried enough last night. I shouldn't be crying now. Fucking god. I'm gonna cry tomorrow because I know that the song is gonna mess me up. Looking from the street, the stars in our eyes, we can tear down this town in the dark of the night. Just open the door, we got time on our side, we can make it out alive. Fuck. This song, Gotta Get Out and Tomorrow Never Dies, they mess me over. And Outer Space Carry On also does. So yeah. There's not a song by them that doesn't mess me over, honestly. But I don't know if it made any sense, but that's pretty much my story with 5 sauce, Calm came out in the pandemic, and I there isn't a day that I didn't listen to that album. Like, you have no idea how many times I replayed it. It's my favorite album from them. I actually have two favorite albums from them, and it Sounds Good, Feels Good because of how much it meant for me back then, and Calm because of how much it means now, and especially because, you know, I've always wanted to get the tattoo of I've always wanted to get in my wrist tattoo, Calm, you know, because Callum National, Luke and Michael. I've always wanted that, and I never got it because it's gonna be long overdue until I get a tattoo. You know. And the moment I found out that the album was gonna be named Calm, you know, I was like, this album is probably gonna be my favorite. I remember the first time I listened to Tip because I had a really rough relationship with Youngblood. You know, I didn't like the album the first time I listened to it, so I never went back to it. You know, and then I gave it another chance. You know, but it was after Calm that I gave it another chance because I loved Calm so much. You know, and I was like, I need more of this. You know, like I had a reconnection with Five Stars. I don't know, and then I went back to Youngblood and I really loved it, and then Calm just. I remember the day it came out and I was listening to it, you know, it was past midnight in here when it came out, way past midnight, like always, you know, because time zones. So, and I don't know, I was just listening to the album and I couldn't get enough of it, you know, and I was like, yeah, I really miss these guys. And like I tell you, I remember the first time I listened to it because I had a really rough relationship with Youngblood, and I was like, fucking god. Because of the name of the song, I thought that, oh my god, this is gonna suck ass. And then I listened to the song and I was like, okay, I stand corrected. So yeah, that a lot going on. So yeah, Five Stars, my favorite band. It's 10 years of them, and from these 10 years I've been a part of these for 6 of them, you know, and it feels like that's probably the best decision I've ever made, and they are big in my life. I love them. I don't think that anything would be the same way it is, and it wouldn't be as good without them. So I'm really grateful that they came into my life. And because I don't want to cry anymore, because I know that if I start doing a monologue about how much they mean to me, I'm gonna end up crying and I don't want to. Anyways, so 10 years. 10 years of this amazing band that so much more people should be giving recognition to, because they are talented and they are kind-hearted people, and that they deserve the best that there is, you know. So I hope that the future is really, really bright for them, and that they can achieve so much more than they have. And I don't know, it's been 6 years, so I'm gonna be following them for the rest of my life. I know that. That's enough of me crying. So if you made it through the entirety of this, go in the comments and tell me your story with Five Stars, because I would really like to share this with you people. So 10 years of The Voice. Let's go for so many more.